everyone, it's Morgan Straughan Comnick here, and I'm kind of in some medieval garb. Today we had a Renaissance fair in my hometown, and it was a lot of fun. So I figured I really like this outfit. I want to thank my friend Drew for letting me use it. I appreciate it. I am based on my first D&D character, Marlana. I did elf ears earlier because she's an elven princess, a high elf. But Drew, thank you for letting me borrow it. And then Julie and I had matching dragon orb necklaces because she's my knight. But I figured since I had so much fun in this outfit here, kind of show you the skirt a little bit. Hi, socks. And I did have something I wanted to share with you guys. I thought, why not? Just kind of keep it on and everything. So I'm going to kind of lower myself down if Socks will let me. Hi, Socks. Come here, baby. Come here. Try and get her on my lap. Come here, baby. Every time I talk to the camera now, she thinks that it's a video for her, which is not the case. But anyway, okay. So there we go. Okay. So I am really excited to announce that I finally have my physical copies of my 8th book, In the Silver Ocean. Yay! It is my 3rd poem and short story collection. So guys, thank you so much for being patient and for all the support and everything. I have so many people I want to thank and for that, and they're in the acknowledgments, but I'm really grateful just for people believing in me and wanting to see my work. So I think the cover turned out great. So my publisher did an amazing job on that. So here's the front. Socks is trying to get up on me. And there's the back with the description. So you might have noticed a little logo here as well. It says exclusive novella inside. So thank you, Socks. So she's trying to help. So inside is a novella. I planned to be like 80 to 90 pages, but ended up being a little over 200. So I think it's actually a little bit longer than my first Hunter and Bringer book. But I didn't want to do 2 separate things because it's its own kind of special thing with realistic fiction, and I usually do modern fantasy, supernatural, so I wasn't sure exactly how that would take. So I thought, you know what, I just want to leave it in here. I promised it would be in there. It did double the length of the book, but you guys are at least getting your money's worth, I hope, word-wise for literacy. So the book is on Amazon currently. It is $14.99 plus, whatever shipping you have, depending on if you do the Prime or if you have, I can't remember if it's $25 or $35 to get free shipping on Amazon. But you guys know the drill. I will be selling them at some local bookstores very soon. I do have a convention next weekend, Cape Anime Con in Cape Girardeau. So there will be 7 copies there for that. Maybe more. I did order some more, but I'm not sure. Hi, Socks. If they will be in on time. We will have to see, but we can be hopeful, which I'm very grateful for. But yeah, or you can email me if you're in my area and you want a personal copy and I can deliver it to you, or an autographed copy. Sorry, Socks is very silly with the camera. But yeah, so I'm really excited about that. So back in mid-December, when Hanukkah was starting, I did read Song of the Stars, which was a short story I wrote about Hanukkah, and it is, well, not about Hanukkah, but it's during Hanukkah time, and it is a video I recorded. It's on my YouTube, and you guys can check it out there. I have a playlist on my YouTube that is just me doing readings from my books. I did that. I've done it over the years, but I really made sure every book got highlighted during quarantine last year. And if you don't know my YouTube, it's Sakura Star 07. Or you can just go to my website, Morgan S. Comnick, all one word, morganscomnick.com. There's cherry blossoms on the right side underneath the most recent title, and you can click on the YouTube one, and it'll take you straight to my YouTube. So there's that as well. Or you can just type in my name in the search, and I'm sure eventually something will pop up as well. But yeah, so I did read, I believe, 2 poems on that for sure, but I also read the Hanukkah short story. But I thought I would read a little bit of the novella for this reading, since I'm all garbed up and everything. Princesses have nothing to do with the novella. But I was going to read a little bit of it. Now, the novella is, like many of the things in this book, is 17 plus. in content, for language, I guess I'll just be honest, drugs, adult situations, kind of some intense scenarios as well, dealing with death, things like that. But so if you aren't ready for that, or you're watching with a child, since I am a teacher, I do want to give a disclaimer for that, just for your sake. I will try to kind of, oh, socks got kitty hair all over my dress. I will try to kind of not bleep out the words, but replace them. And it's not because I'm trying to be silly, but I do have to respect my reputation for my district as an elementary teacher. But obviously you guys are smart enough to know what those words are. And for the contents of the story, the words needed to be there. So I hope you can respect that. So again, here's the title, In the Silver Ocean. And then you can kind of see, like, we got a list of the poems here. And then, oops, maybe little short stories. There's a special in here as well. And the novella at the bottom. I did not do any scripts or essays in this one because those were things I mostly wrote in high school and college. I haven't really had a need to do scripts or essays. I've done newspaper articles for my district about my school, but again, that's a school thing. So yeah, so that's kind of why a novella also I thought would be good to make sure you guys got, your money's worth for the $14.99. Okay. So a little bit about this novella. It is called Dreaming for You, and it's about Frankie Ragner, and he is a mid to late 30s young man. He used to be like a teen heartthrob back in the day, movie star, kind of think like early 2000s or late 90s Disney Channel celebrity, that type of guy. I kind of fused his look and some of his inspiration from a lot of those actors like Frankie Muniz, Jesse McCartney, to name a few of them. I had another one. I totally lost it. Not Zac Efron. I love Zac Efron. But yeah, those two were influences on kind of his look and thing as well. So, but Frankie has kind of had a secret through his whole childhood growing up in this very plastic fake world that he loves but hates at the same time, because he was kind of forced into acting through his family just because his family is very successful in Hollywood, or just successful in general. So he had a lot of pressure put on him, and he has now things that trigger him in life, and he can't handle them very well. So he starts doing things that just harm himself, but that it's abusing himself, basically. And when you read the book, you'll understand what I mean by that. So the only way that he can get through that is when he does go to that dark place, or does those things that he knows he's not supposed to do, is he sees a vision of this girl, and she has like 4 different forms that he knows of, maybe 5. He's kind of questioning a 5th one, but it's always the same girl. He just assumes she's some kind of fantasy in his head. And depending on how he got there, she gives him advice or comfort, or maybe just a ear and a hug to vent to. So yeah, sorry, I'm kind of zoning out a little bit. But so he wants this girl. He wishes she was real, but he doesn't like how he can only see her when he's at his worst place and everything. And he thinks that the girl is the only reason he's probably still here as well. So he's got some psychological things to figure out while he's trying to better himself. He's working on his first movie as a producer, and he's really passionate about. He's got a great team, but his mother is pushing him down again, like when he was a little boy. So that's kind of the story that goes along with that. So Frankie is trying to better himself, but he still has these triggers and vices that take over him and just try to submerge him and everything. So I had to do a lot of research on some pretty hard topics. But, you guys know there's always hope in my stories, or I try to be. I do like romance, so there's potential romance in the stories as well. I do have the first chapter up on the In the Silver Ocean page. So you can totally go check out the first chapter of that, which is pretty awesome. Okay, I'm trying to figure out which chapter I want to read because, again, this is 17 plus, and Frankie is not afraid to be crude when he needs to be, although he's also, I think, a very, very good-hearted guy as well. So I think I'm going to pick this part right here. No, maybe not. Another thing I had to do research on is adult drinks, which I have actually never I've never personally really indulged in adult drinks before. So that was kind of interesting. And then I got to do a lot of research on California, especially Hollywood, which was really, really fun. I enjoyed that immensely. So I think, oh wait, this might be, yeah, I think I'll do this chapter. Okay. So this is chapter 4, and Frankie's had a few triggers happen to him. Not always bad, but the way he handles how the triggers occur, just how he handles situations can be not very good. So in chapter 4, he is going to help the filmographer, whatever you want to call them. I'm not going to lie. I've heard different terms before. Just capture some kind of backdrop scenes, because as a producer, even though he doesn't do everything, he wants to be a part of everything. Like, that's how passionate it is about the script. So that's where we're going to be starting on chapter 4 on Dreaming for You. Sorry for the long introduction. But here we go. Okay, so chapter 4. The stirrings and sensations of the night I spent with my goddess filled me with fresh breath, a new vigor I used to dig into my work and disentangle myself from my vices for a few days, other than a pleasurable dabble of wine for dinner. The sky is lit with the warm start of spring heat, Mother California, my Hollywood playground, grateful for it. I still yearned to see my dream maiden, but I didn't need to cave or seek my demons, which I knew made her presence proud. Early on Friday morning of that week, I arrived early, wanting to help the filmographer get the right angles of sunset on one of the main street scenes we use. It wasn't part of my job at the starting stages, but I wanted to be involved in everything allowed, from script edits that pleased the writer and the viewer to what food was served even to our interns. I wanted to be knee-deep in every aspect of this business, the one that formed my career and simultaneously destroyed my soul. I did not know if I was trying to make it better or if I was a masochist. I guess it depended on the day. Cord, the man with the camera plan today, and myself were in awe of the slow pan, his capturing of the masterful purples, oranges, and pale pink strokes Mother Nature made. She was a talented artist, a marvel, up there with my goddess in my eyes. The wind picked up gently around us, trapping us in a bubble of contentment that made both of us manly men sigh dreamily. This is what it meant to be alive, and the reward for it. To see such sights and achieve dreams. As I scanned my surroundings, I could hear the score we selected playing in my mind, feeling the rise of impact and peace, thanks to our mighty director's visions of an amazing, needed-to-be-told manuscript. Little pieces were coming into place. Guess the universe didn't like me dwelling too deep into the greatness of it, for my eyes landed on a figure partly blurred by the orange of the approaching sun, the rest in shadow, the perfect reflection of the demon who was approaching. Even though the beginning day was tasty, my blood turned frigid and my feet rooted, wanting to become part of Mother Earth's more soft embrace. For the mother from which I was birthed, the one walking towards me in her loud commanding heels, would be far less kind. When she was about 5 feet away from me, she crossed her arm, showing off her bright stiletto nails against her dove-gray business jacket. Her blonde hair laid lightly over her shoulders, sweeping into a fierce look of grace, beauty, and power that she displayed and was showing with a fake smile. I'm surprised you're up working so early, Frankie. I shivered from the tone, standing straighter on instinct. Good morning to you, Mother. I hated the fear that was trapped behind each forced word. That precious air my true queen had given me was leaking out, and I was trying to keep it locked inside my heart. She made me strong. Why did my mother have to ruin that? I'm glad someone is here, actually. We had a meeting yesterday evening about the general progress of the current production here at Paramount Studios. Your time schedule and budget were analyzed, and it seemed all is according to plan, which was another surprise. Look at you, Frankie. Maybe you're finally growing up. She purred the last sentence, nibbling the corner of her burgundy-stained lip. Finally, a light flashed in her studious eyes, but it was one of cruel intentions, begging to see my reactions. How sad, really. That was the only way that she got any glow in her irises. I inhaled, using that small victory to get my edge up, my voice a bit confident. I am thrilled to meet the approval of Paramount Studios board. I know the crowd. I know the crew, and I will continue to do so for the company and the film. Is this the news you wish to share with someone on our team today, Mother? I prayed that was all, but I figured with the compliment she would find a way to bring chaos into my life, to one-up me. Well, we heard that you guys had to recast a secondary female character recently. Mother quipped, still studying me like a hawk, watching the patterns of a jumping fish. I felt the muscles in my face stiffened, offended, caught. Yes, what she said was true. The wacky best friend character named Bolty was played by an energetic and oozing with talent actress, zany and wise in the role and in spirit. However, she got a nasty case of bronchitis that led her to the hospital due to dehydration. She was discharged and was now resting miserably in bed for 3 days. Marisha, the actress, was gung-ho about coming back in about a week, and we simply moved some shooting around. No one in the cast or crew was upset about it, nor ever had the notion of replacing her. We were just glad that she was all right. Where was all this coming from? I calmly dragged my words to sound respectful, but lost by her meaning, us both holding the reins. I recapped my inner thoughts, adding at the end, there was no indication or thought of us replacing Marisha. Her contract is still good. I smacked down. Mother wagged her pointer finger, gaining my attention. What if she cannot recover in time from this bad spell in over a week? Or 2? You plan to just keep filming alternate scenes? You cannot afford to also close down production, even for a day. What with this being your first work and all. Bad for press and publicity. Wouldn't replacing her after the media covered how ill she was and happy to still be a part of my project place more of a sour taste with our future viewers and fans? She's got a lot of supporters, and our words were heartfelt. My voice rose, passion and fear grabbing at my heart. Mother dear snorted, then looked away, giving her already flawless hair a perfect flip. As she spoke her stance, she was in her element. The fact you think that you have fans already is immature and laughable, but okay. She softened her shoulders to bear her vision into me again. Honestly, it will not be as bad as you think with the press, since her contract is easy to work around. There's a sickness clause that she is breaking right now. She will go get paid for the time she was here, of course, but there's no need. Oh my gosh, sorry. She will get paid for her time, of course, but no need to buy her out. Whew, I don't know why that line was hard. I snapped, shouting before I could stop the anger, the ridiculousness of all this making my voice rise. How can you say something so unethical? Nothing that inhumane would exist. I've never heard of such a thing. How in the hell can you... The committee rewrote her contract when she got hired for this picture. When she was a teenager, she had to drop out of the middle of a big production due to obtaining an illness. In her child modeling records, it stated she was sick often as well. Our company cannot have that sort of slander to our name, especially when we already are taking a massive risk on a first-time producer. It is either her or you in the long run, Frankie. Are your morals that important to you? Guess your dream didn't mean that much. And with that, she had won. I was done. Her final smirk told me that the ice of her stare making my heart plummet into the ground, a huge hole in my chest. Darkness filled the top half of my mind, the bottom of my line of sight dulling in washed out rays, tunnel vision zooming on my shoes, spots forming around them. My hands felt numb as they tried to squeeze into fist. Doubts swam through the cracks of my mind, seeping in, threatening to drown me. My mother did a corner turn, showing off her perfect figure that made her look younger or closer to my age than that of a parent. As she glanced over her shoulder, her brows narrowing in sync with her sinister smile, she concluded our conversation with, "It was nice having a discussion with you, Frankie. Good luck with everything." She nodded, then pivoted, catwalking away, leaving me in her wake, a building one puff of wind away from crumbling. How could I pick between the dreams of my crew and the reputation of a talented and kind actress? Futures were on the line, the foundation in danger, and I was about to fall. My breath began to quicken, my lungs aching. My hand flew up to grab my chest on impulse, but with how shaky it was, I was surprised I could do anything. I wanted to regain control. I wanted to erase my mother's cruel, satisfied look from my mind and replace it with a giddiness that would never end. I heard the chiming of the tower clock on the hour, my ears buzzing, but the sound sank with a dull pain into my eardrums. My heart tried to jump-start, but my body froze in place. I didn't know what path to take. My brother's sun rose higher, attacking the corner of my eyes, unsticking me slightly from my spot. Breathing through my nose, I told myself I could go for the motion for the crew, for the movie, a shell going for life. I had practice at that. Hi, Sax. The noise of the production muffled in the background. The lights and movements became blurred. My face hardly moved, not reacting. I became a mannequin that was rolled from place to place. As the hours melted away, the dropping pain in my heart didn't lessen, hanging on by a thread. And all I could think about was a way to get out of this darkness. Sorry. Socks, come on, baby. You can come down here. You can come down here, I know. Socks, this is a serious scene. I know. I know. Some people don't listen to royalty, do they? When the hues of the sky once again returned in soft purples, sherbet peaches, and coral pinks, I treaded on my way home, life blazing past me, my feet the only active part of my body going on autopilot. The wind sliced through me, and although it was tepid, I felt chilled to my marrow. Once I glided for the door, my fingers reached for the contents buried in the secret pocket of my work bag I tossed on the counter. But I halted, guilt punching me in the gut. After grazing the seal, I gingerly replaced it, heading to the bedroom instead. In the medicine cabinet, I moved my collection of mini hotel shampoos to reveal another baggie, this one partly filled with the white powder, grainy and glistening in the dull, overheaded light. Okay. And I will leave you with that. So, as you can see, Frankie's got some issues to deal with his mother and his production. And chapter 4 might be a little indicator and hint of how sometimes he needs help on handling things. So, I hope that is an example of you guys of my novella, Dreaming for You, with Frankie. Our former Hollywood heartthrob. But you can also read other short stories as well. I have more mature short stories, but I also have some family-friendly ones in here, such as the Hanukkah story that I mentioned earlier. I also have got like little mini picture books. One is actually about socks when we first got her, and one is dedicated to my grandma as well. And I also have, of course, poems that I've written over my socks. I know you're into book. Poems I've written the past probably five or 6 years are in there as well. And like I said, there is also a special literacy piece as well. This book was probably the most revealing to who I am and the person. I really bared my soul into this one. So if you really are curious about me and my soul, or just like poems and short stories and novellas, I would really appreciate you giving Endless Over Ocean a try. Now available on Amazon, or you can get it if you're in my area at the local bookstore, or you can always contact me as well. We'll definitely get you a copy. And the ebook version will be out very, very soon. It's being worked on this week and this weekend. So that'll be up on Amazon soon. And then slowly over time, it trickles down to like Smashwords, Kobo, iReads / iTunes Books. I always forget the exact title of the app. You guys know what I'm talking about though. So thank you so much. Princess Marlana is grateful for all of you wonderful people listening to her today. Sorry that I kind of flubbed up a little bit. But hey, at least we're all here together. All right, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you're interested in me ever doing more readings in cosplay or in normal clothes, I'm down for cosplay readings as well. Please just leave a comment or let me know. All right, you guys are awesome. Take care. Don't forget you can find out more information from me at morganscomnick.com, or you can look up all my books on Amazon and Goodreads at Morgan Straughan Comnick. All right, guys, take care. Bye.